Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are cracking open a deeply fascinating, high-stakes psychological thriller from the automotive world, a story about a car that was forced to live a double life while fighting to escape the absolute largest shadow in modern sports car history, the legendary BMW Z4. Imagine being a brilliant German engineer in Munich tasked with designing a pure, front-engined, rear-wheel drive roadster meant to deliver total driving freedom to the world. But behind closed doors, the corporate accountants and high-level executives drop a massive bombshell on your desk, forcing you to share your top-secret chassis, your wiring, and your legendary powertrain with an iconic Japanese giant. It is a machine that completely divided the global automotive community, a car celebrated as a masterpiece of Bavarian luxury by some, but aggressively targeted by purists who claimed it had secretly sold its very soul for corporate profitability. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button right now because we take deep dives into the absolute best automotive stories on the planet, and remember to check out the special links in the description below for exclusive content you do not want to miss. When you look back at the chaotic golden era of automotive television, the narrative around European roadsters was always a fierce battlefield, but if you ask the shortest, most energetic, and famously convertible-loving presenter from Top Gear, Richard Hammond, the story of the BMW Z4 takes on a completely different level of emotional depth. Hammond has spent his entire life defending small, agile sports cars, yet he famously looked past the aggressive styling of the Bavarian roadster to highlight a truth that most mainstream critics completely ignored. He argued that while the rest of the world was busy obsessing over lap times, the Z4 was actually fighting a deeply personal war against its own predecessor, the wild and unhinged BMW Z3. Hammond famously noted that the original Z3 was a bit of a Hollywood stunt, a car that looked incredible in a James Bond film but felt mechanically compromised and overly soft when you actually pushed it down a broken British B road. When he finally got behind the wheel of the first generation Z4, Hammond flashed his signature grin and declared that BMW had finally stopped playing games, engineering a sharp, unapologetic driving instrument that felt structurally rigid and deeply serious. The real genius of the Z4 story lies in its absolute refusal to be just another pretty face in the country club parking lot. In the early 2000s, the premium roadster segment was completely dominated by the Porsche Boxster, a mid-engined machine that mainstream journalists constantly praised for its mathematical balance. Instead of trying to blindly copy Porsche's mid-engined layout, the design team at BMW, led by the highly controversial Chris Bangle, chose to double down on a classic, almost aggressive long hood short deck silhouette. They sculpted the metal with a radical design language known as flame surfacing, creating sharp, interlocking creases that caught the light like a folded piece of modern origami. Underneath that massive sweeping hood sat the true heart of Bavarian identity, the legendary naturally aspirated inline-six engine. It was a deliberate, passionate love letter to the golden era of grand touring, placing the driver almost directly over the rear axle so you could feel the rear tires hunting for grip through the base of your spine. This traditional mechanical layout meant that the Z4 delivered a fundamentally different psychological experience than its mid-engined rivals. Richard Hammond, during his extensive real-world testing of the car across Europe, always emphasized that the Z4 didn't want to be a clinical, sterile track weapon. He explained that while a Porsche Boxster hums along with surgical precision, the Z4 behaves like a sophisticated muscle car tailored in a premium German suit. You pull back on the heavy manual gear shifter, flex your right foot, and the inline-six delivers a glorious metallic wail that echoes off the canyon walls with absolute authority. Hammond pointed out that the long hood perspective completely distorts your sense of speed, making every single corner feel like a dramatic event as the nose of the car slices through the apex miles ahead of your chest. It was a machine designed to turn a simple weekend drive into a visceral, cinematic experience, blending high-speed stability with the raw, tail-happy nature of a traditional sports car. But as the generations moved forward, the Z4 was pushed into a massive corporate identity crisis that almost spelled its complete demise. During the second generation, known internally as the E89, corporate executives panicked about changing market demographics and forced the car to adopt a heavy, complex folding hardtop roof. The car instantly transformed from a sharp, lightweight sports car into a heavy, soft boulevard cruiser meant for wealthy retirees to drive slowly along the coast. Sales began to plummet globally, and the bean counters in Munich openly discussed killing off the Z4 nameplate forever to focus entirely on building profitable luxury SUVs. In a desperate bid to save the sports car, BMW pulled off one of the most shocking and controversial moves in modern history, entering a top-secret alliance with Toyota. The Japanese giant desperately needed a platform to resurrect their legendary Supra nameplate, while BMW needed someone to split the massive financial cost of developing a brand new rear-wheel drive sports car chassis. When the current generation finally debuted, the internet completely erupted into an absolute war of words and heavy criticism. Hardcore purists completely dismissed the new Z4, mockingly calling it a German Supra or a corporate clone that lacked any genuine brand heritage. But this superficial internet outrage completely missed the brilliant engineering reality hidden beneath the aluminum body panels. By sharing the staggering development costs with Toyota, BMW's engineers were given the massive budget required to create an absolute masterpiece of modern vehicle dynamics. They immediately threw away the heavy folding hardtop, returning to a lightweight fabric soft top that lowered the car's center of gravity significantly. They packed the engine bay with the B58 twin-scroll turbocharged inline-six, a legendary power plant that develops waves of effortless torque across the entire rev range. The result was a car that didn't just revive the Z4 nameplate, it elevated it into a genuine performance powerhouse capable of hunting down dedicated sports cars twice its price. This exact modern redemption arc is why Richard Hammond's early philosophical defense of the Z4 formula carries so much weight today. Hammond always understood that a true roadster isn't defined by corporate boardroom purity or internet comment sections. It is defined by how it makes you feel when the sun goes down and the road starts to twist. He recognized that the Z4 was always the rebellious alternative, a car built for people who rejected the predictable choice and demanded something with a bit of bite, a bit of drama, and a massive engine up front. In our modern era, where sports cars are rapidly disappearing or turning into completely silent, heavy electric pods, the Z4 stands as an aggressive, loud, and unyielding protector of the old way. It doesn't insulate you from the mechanical reality of driving, it invites you to be an active participant in it, demanding your full attention as you balance the throttle through a sweeping bend. Today, the BMW Z4 represents something far greater than just a luxury convertible on a dealership showroom floor. It is a triumphant survivor of an automotive landscape that is actively trying to kill off the pure driving experience. Whether you find an affordable, naturally aspirated first-generation model on the used market, or pilot a brand new turbocharged variant, the core sensation remains completely untouched. You are sitting low to the ground, guiding a long, beautiful hood into the horizon, listening to the timeless song of a German inline-six. Let the critics argue about corporate partnerships and internet metrics all they want. The second you drop that top, drop a gear, and feel that rear end rotate under power, you will know the absolute truth. So, where do you stand on this dramatic German roadster? Are you with Richard Hammond, celebrating the Z4 as a sharp, serious, and deeply emotional driving instrument? Or do you still prefer its mid-engined rivals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Before you head out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our growing automotive family. Give this video a thumbs up if you love true drivers cars, and check out the special links in the description below for exclusive content. Drop the top, drop a gear, and always remember what it feels like to truly drive. Take care, and we will see you in the next deep dive into automotive history.